My life is very unfortunate, but we'll be going with what we want. I read my statement one time, but I don't know what really happened. So what made everybody do what they were doing. I know I was made up about it. You got to have the right person. You have the right person. So, like you ever ups and downs, you get somebody who say that this one brother couldn't follow. If you ain't strong enough to follow him, that's good. I'm good. I ain't doing no good. They can hurt you to learn that shit. You know what? I love the fact that they love you. Love you, bro.
Nobody saw this coming. After years of loyalty, silence, and sacrifice, Papoose finally reached his breaking point. And it wasn't on a stage. It wasn't during a diss track. It was in a cold courtroom. Remy Ma walked out smiling with a $30 million spousal support win. Yes, $30 million. The man who held her down during prison. The man who raised her son as his own. The man who was once hailed as the blueprint of black love, now reduced to tears outside the courthouse. Witnesses say he looked numb, like the wind had been knocked out of him. He whispered to one friend, "All these years for this." Remy's legal team called it a fair judgment. Her publicist said she deserves peace and security. But fans, they ain't having. If she took the bag and the man's soul. This is worse than a betrayal litz, a public execution. Papoose is the last man who deserved this. And when footage leaked of Papoose breaking down in his car, head in hands, voice cracking, the internet broke with him. This isn't just another celebrity split. This is the death of hip-hop's most loyal love story. The courtroom lights were dim, but the tension inside was blinding. It had been building for months. Whispers, delays, sealed documents, social media silence. And now the moment was here. The final hearing in one of the most unexpected, emotionally charged splits in hip-hop history. Papoose versus Remy Ma. But this wasn't just about love lost. It was about legacy, betrayal, and money. $30 million. That's what Remy Ma's legal team demanded in spousal support. And when the judge finally read the ruling out loud, you could hear a pin drop. The court hereby grants the petitioner, Reminisce, Mackie, $30 million in long-term spousal support to be paid over a structured settlement. The gavel hit, and Papoose's entire world fell silent. He didn't shout. He didn't argue. He just sat there, jaw clenched, eyes locked straight ahead. Remy, seated only feet away, gave a soft nod to her attorney. Her face calm, collected, almost unreadable, but the cameras caught it. That one flicker, a satisfied breath through her nose, as if she'd been holding it in for years. Outside the courthouse, the chaos erupted. Reporters, fans, bloggers, everyone waiting for that one quote. That one emotional reaction. And they got it. Papoose stepped out, surrounded by a small team of friends. He looked like a man who hadn't slept in weeks. A reporter shouted, "Pap, how you feel about the ruling?" He stopped, looked right into the camera, and said, voice low, trembling, "She knows what I gave up for her. She knows what I held down. I never expected this. Not from her." Then he turned, walked away. But someone behind him, maybe a cousin, maybe a friend, could be heard saying, "You loved her more than yourself, bro." That clip? It went viral in under an hour. #Justice for Pap. #30 million gone. #Remy wins. But at what cost? Twitter was in flames. But let's rewind, because people needed answers. How did we get from black love goals to a $30 million courtroom collapse? Insiders say it started months ago. after rumors of infidelity on Remy's part began to resurface. Whispers of a secret relationship, a music collaborator, a man seen a little too close, a little too often. Papoose stayed silent. He didn't tweet. He didn't diss. He didn't leave. He stood by her, like he always had. The world said if Papoose forgives her, it's done. But forgiveness doesn't mean forget. Sources say the trust never returned. He'd show up to studio sessions unannounced. He'd ask questions he never used to ask. And worst of all, he stopped writing love bars. The man who once rapped odes to Remy on stage, who built an entire image on devotion, was suddenly ... quiet. And when Remy moved out of their shared home earlier this year, the message was clear ... in court. Things got messier. Remy's lawyers argued that her contributions to their joint brand and her trauma during incarceration entitled her to a financial cushion equal to the lifestyle she was promised. Papoose's team fought back. He kept her name alive for 7 years while she was locked. He turned down deals. He protected her image. He raised her son. But the court doesn't measure loyalty in love songs. They measure it in contracts, income history, and public image, and Remy had the upper hand. Her comeback, platinum. Her ventures, profitable. Her team, ruthless. Papoose, despite all he'd done, is technically the lower earner on paper. So when the final verdict dropped, Remy walked away with the win. But at what cost? Back at home, friends say Papoose hasn't been the same. He deleted dozens of photos, stopped showing up to events, and just days before the ruling, he posted a single Instagram story black screen. White letters, loyalty ain't a contract. But betrayal always got terms. Fans knew what that meant. DMs flooded his page. Old school rappers reached out with support. Even battle rappers started showing love, calling him the last loyal man in hip-hop. But still, he stayed quiet until the ruling hit, till the tears came, until the man who once stood tall through prison visits, media pressure, and hip-hop politics finally broke. And Remy, she's been radio silent, no interviews, no Instagram lives, just a photo posted the day after court, her hand on a champagne glass with a diamond ring on the middle finger. The caption, reset. By day's end, the headlines were brutal. Remy Ma gets 30 meters in stunning divorce victory. Papoose's heartbreak caught on camera from loyalty to liability. The fall of rap's power couple, but behind the headlines was a question that still haunts fans. Did she really love him the way he loved her? Or was Papoose just the bridge she needed to walk back into the spotlight? Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain. The king of loyalty just lost his queen. And the price, $30 million. And a broken heart just when the world thought it couldn't. Get messier. It did less than 72 hours after the courtroom ruling. A voicemail leaked allegedly from Remy Ma to a close friend, and it changed everything. The audio quality was shaky, but the voice, undeniably Remy. In the message, she vented, "I loved Pap, I really did. But love don't mean you owe someone your whole life. I lost myself trying to be his dream girl." And then she added, "He never wanted me. He wanted the version of me that needed saving." Boom. That line alone shattered the internet. She said, "What? That man held you down for a decade. She rewriting history now? Unbelievable." The backlash was immediate. #Remy Exposed started trending. Even longtime fans of Remy began to fold under the weight of the facts. But it didn't end there. A private group chat among producers from her last tour was leaked. And in it, one member claimed Remy had been planning her exit for nearly a year. One alleged message read, "She's done with this ride-or-die image. She wants power, not pity." Meanwhile, Papoose was silent. Still no posts, no music, no interviews, but someone was watching. Foxy Brown, of all people, posted a cryptic IG story that sent fans into a frenzy. It read, "You don't trade a diamond just because it's scratched. You polish it." Period. The caption. Hashtag Free Pap Nobody Expected. That, not even Pap's circle, but more surprises were coming. A respected hip-hop podcaster, Truth Table, claimed he had seen unreleased footage from a Love and Hip Hop reunion taping that never aired. According to him, in the footage, Remy refused to sit next to Pap. She denied certain events ever happened, and Pap. He held up a printed screenshot of a text from one of Remy's collaborators with a heart emoji at the end. Remy's reaction? Allegedly, she laughed. You really pressed over emojis now. That single moment, if real, was the gut punch fans didn't want to believe. Because here's the thing, Papoose wasn't just loyal. He was legendary for it. He wrote poems during her prison time. He defended her when nobody else would. He fought to keep her career relevant when the world moved on. And now, she was out here accusing him of being too loyal. Backstage sources said Pap had a breakdown after that taping. One camera tech leaked this. Anonymously, he sat in the hallway after she stormed out. Didn't talk, just stared at the floor for like 30 minutes. Somebody tried to hand him water and he just shook his head. It was like watching somebody realize everything they believed was fake. That moment never aired. Producers didn't want to show the fall of hip-hop's most romantic soldier. But fans, they felt it anyway. Now, let's talk about the money, people. Kept asking, how did Remy walk away with $30 million when Pap wasn't even the top earner? Here's what we found out. The couple had a joint holding company for music royalties. Pap signed over rights to certain masters while Remy was incarcerated. Several properties, including their Atlanta home, were filed under Pap's name, but co-managed under Remy's LLC. And get this, Pap never had a prenup. Because in his words from a 2018 interview, meanwhile, Remy's PR team was scrambling. Her official Instagram had comments limited. Her last post was flooded with snake emojis. Multiple club bookings reportedly got canceled not because of Pap, but because of the public pressure. 1. Promoter told a blog, "We can't have her name on the flyer right now. She's toxic." And then came Fat Joe, the man who co-signed her comeback, who brought her on stage during the All the Way Up era, broke his silence in an unexpected live stream. He didn't name names, but he said this: sometimes the people we think are ride or die, they just ride until they find a better vehicle. The comment section exploded. Joe talking about Remy 100%. He finally had enough. He's turning? Then Remy really burned every bridge. But the final blow came from Pap's daughter, Dejone. She rarely speaks. She's not in the spotlight. But she posted a tweet that broke the internet. You don't love someone if your healing destroys them. Fans lost it. That girl watched her father crumble. That tweet said more than 1,000 interviews. Pap raised Remy's son like his own, who raised her heart. In just 1 week, Remy Ma went from respected lyricist to public enemy #1, while Papoose became the face of pain, purity, and public betrayal. But if you think this is the end, just when it felt like the firestorm was settling, it reignited a hotel surveillance video, dated 2 weeks before the court ruling, time-stamped, high-resolution, undeniable. The footage, Remy Ma, dressed in black, hat pulled low, walking into a Manhattan hotel lobby at 11:32 p.m., accompanied by a well-known underground rapper, someone her fans had long suspected was more than just a collaborator. They weren't holding hands. They weren't being obvious. But body language, it said everything. They leaned into each other. They stopped at the front desk. They both took the same room key, and when they disappeared into the elevator together, the internet had all the confirmation it needed. She was plotting this while still married. Pap deserved way more than this disrespect. She ain't just leave him. She played him. Blogs posted the full hallway clip. Fans compared it to security footage of Beyoncé's elevator incident. Memes popped off. And so did Papoose. For the first time since the divorce ruling, Pap uploaded a freestyle video. It's just a black and white shot. No background, no distractions. Just him, mic in hand, hoodie on, and the lyrics. Pain, rage, clarity. I held your secrets like scripture, prayed for your soul in the dark. While you booked hotel rooms with liars and left bruises on my heart. His voice was low, cold. Surgical dot, then came the last bar that broke everybody's spirit. They say real men don't cry. But I cried, and I built you. That video hit 3 million views in 24 hours. Even artists who usually stayed quiet reposted. It.jadkiss. This one hit different. Meek Mill, stand-up king. We see you. Tamika Mallory. This man deserves peace and a platform. But the story was far from over, because while Pap was spitting bars, VH1 was leaking unreleased footage from their reality vault. One unaired clip showed Remy in confessional months ago, saying, "Sometimes I wonder what I missed out on by settling down too soon." Boom, the internet exploded. People felt betrayed all over again. He was a stepping stone, not a soulmate. This woman never deserved his loyalty. How did this go from black love to betrayal? So fast. And yet, the biggest shock wasn't Remy. It was Papoose's transformation. For years, Papoose had been the quiet, stoic one. Now he was talking loud. He went on a surprise Instagram Live with Fat Joe and said, "I stayed silent out of love, but silence don't protect you from betrayal, just makes you easier to betray." Fat Joe stayed quiet for most of the live, but at the end, he said, "Whatever you do next, we got your back, on God." Then came the announcement. Papoose inked a deal with Netflix for a docuseries tentatively titled Dead Roses, The Love That Killed Me. It'll follow his emotional recovery, unreleased music, fatherhood moments, and reportedly conversations with other men in the industry who've survived betrayal in silence. Day one, fans flooded the comments. This gonna be Pap's redemption era? Netflix finally doing something real. We riding with you, King, all the way. Meanwhile, Remy Ma, her public image was in freefall. A scheduled podcast appearance was canceled. 2 brand deals reportedly pulled out. And her latest single? Down 63% in streams since the divorce ruling. She tried to fight back sort of in a now deleted tweet. She wrote, "Y'all love the fantasy of men hurting. But if a woman tells her truth, she's the villain." But fans didn't buy it. Not after the video, not after the voicemail, not after the courtroom win, hotel tape, and silent smirks behind. The scenes Remy's camp went into overdrive. Damage control, scripted interviews, a rebrand focused on healing and self-worth. One insider revealed she was considering dropping a new single titled No Apologies. But another source close to the situation claimed Remy ain't ready for the smoke that title's gonna bring. Because the public had already spoken, Remy Ma went from misunderstood icon, the face of betrayal, and Papoose. He went from overlooked husband to the symbol of every good man done dirty. Even Remy's former manager spoke out. In an exclusive clip with Shade Room, she said, "Remy always had 2 sides, the performer and the planner. She's been carving this path out for years." Pap just didn't see it coming because he thought love was enough. That clip ended with a bombshell claim. There's a book deal on the table for her side of the story, but she knows no one's ready to hear it. As for Pap, he's already teasing new music, new visuals, and a new purpose. In a heartfelt post, he wrote, "Sometimes God lets you lose everything to remind you of your value." And attached was a picture of him alone on a rooftop staring at the NYC skyline. No jewelry, no filters, just realness. But wait, the cliffhanger. A viral photo surfaces Remy's alleged collaborator from the hotel posing with her son outside a recording studio. Fans lost it. That's crossing the line. Now is she bringing her kid into this mess? "This ain't betrayal anymore, it's blasphemy," and the caption, "Studio vibes with fam." That single post might have just shattered any last chance at public redemption, because it confirmed the one thing Paps fans feared most. It wasn't just betrayal, it was disrespect. And it was deliberate. The headlines wouldn't stop. Remy Ma's silence had turned into noise. And Papoose, back on Pap's side, things got bigger. A clip of him mentoring young boys at a local youth center went viral. In the video, he said, "You can be soft-spoken and still be strong. Don't let pain turn you cruel. Let it turn you precise." That quote hit TikTok and exploded. Edits, mashups, reposts from verified accounts. Even NBA players commented on it. Pap just became a symbol. This is what healing with dignity looks like. Black men needed this moment. And then came the unexpected twist. Remy Ma requested a private mediation session. No cameras, no reporters. Just her and Papoose. Face-to-face. Sources inside say she was shaken, pale, nervous, distant from the defiant woman seen just weeks ago. She allegedly began with, "I didn't think it would go this far." To which Pap replied, "You planned it to go further than this." Silence. She asked if he would ever forgive her. He told her, "Forgiveness is free, but trust is priceless." "And you broke that like it was borrowed," she cried. He didn't. The result? She withdrew her claim for the remainder of the spousal payment. No public apology, no press statement. Just a quiet court filing that reversed the $30 million. Settlement in full. It wasn't a win for money, it was a win for integrity. After the news broke, Papoose posted one final message to his followers. A single image. A black rose caption, "Some flowers grow through concrete. Some get crushed under it. I'm both." And then he disappeared. Deleted all his social apps. No more lives, no more statements, just silence. But the silence was loud. The kind of loud that echoes in every fake love story. It's the kind that humbles every manipulator. It's the kind that tells the world, "I didn't lose. I just learned who I was. Never supposed to love." And just like that, the love story we all believed in died in silence. No explosions. No public brawls. It's just a man choosing dignity over destruction, and a woman watching the internet flip the script. This wasn't just a breakup. It was a collapse.